Assalamu alaikum. Today we will start stanza explanation of the poem Trees Are Great from our book Broadway Reader. In the previous video lecture I have explained this poem and now we will properly write its stanza explanation. I will also explain the pattern according to which you have to explain the stanza. There are two stanzas in this poem. The poem is divided into two parts. First half is stanza number 1 and the second half is stanza number 2. I will explain here stanza number 1 and following this method and pattern, students will explain stanza number 2. First of all, we have to write its vocabulary. Vocabulary for this stanza is teased, seldom, shout, pleased, congregate and sway. The meaning of teased is to annoy, seldom is rarely, shout means to cry, pleased means to make happy, congregate means gather together and sway means move from side to side. These all are difficult words from this poem. We have to learn these words and then we will write the next step, that is reference of this poem. The next step is to write reference. In the reference we have to tell that who wrote this poem and the name of the poem. So as we know that the name of the poem is Trees Are Great, so we will write these lines are taken from the poem Trees Are Great. The name of the poem will be written in inverted commas. Written by Roger McGough, means here you will write the poet of this poem and the poet is Roger McGough. This is the reference. Only these two things are described in reference. The next step is context. In the context, we describe that what the idea is being discussed in the poem, what does the poet thinks, what is actually in his mind. We have to describe the previous and next lines of the stanza, as we know that there are no previous lines, so we will describe some things from this stanza and some from the next. So the context would be, in this poem, the poet is describing the value, feelings and greatness of trees. He thinks that trees are better than human beings due to some great qualities. As we have read that they have many great qualities, so due to these qualities, the poet thinks that they are better than human beings. Now the last step is to write explanation for the first stanza. The word limit for writing explanation of a single stanza is 8 to 10 lines. In 8 to 10 lines you can describe easily any stanza. Because you don't have to use the words, you don't have to use these lines, instead you will explain it in your own words as you have understood. So we will explain it. I am explaining it here and you will see the pattern, you will see the method and you have to explain the next stanza in your own words. So explanation of this stanza is, in these lines the poet is describing two great qualities of trees. That is tolerance and patience. As I have told you that in these first two lines, tolerance and patience is shown. He says that if we annoy them, they don't cry. Their needs are less than human beings, as they don't eat means their needs, food needs or anything that they need is less than human beings. We can easily make them happy. They grow in groups. This is that they congregate and for meetings in the park, this means that they grow in groups and live together. They move in the air and dance means they stay happy and communicate with one another. Trees are in contact with one another. They talk to each other from morning to night means they are happy all the day and they are moving in the air and they are talking to each other. They stay happy because they are great. Now the next task is to write central idea for this poem. Central idea is the basic thought or the principal theme of the poem, and for this poem we know that the basic thought was the greatness of trees, that is shown through tolerance and patience of trees. So we will write its central idea like this poem describes the feelings, importance and greatness of trees. Trees are beneficial for us means they are giving us many benefits and they have value. Without trees we cannot survive because they are important for us. They provide us many things. So we have to describe in 2 to 3 lines the main idea of the poem. I have written this central idea as an example, and you will follow the example and you will write the next central ideas of the next poems on your own. Now we have completed this poem, and now we will solve its exercise. On page number 6 of Broadway, there is a question in which you are asked that what lesson do you get from this poem, as there is a lesson that the poet wants to give us, so you have to tell what is that lesson. And here are different lines, and you have to select the correct line that shows any lesson that we get from this poem. First line is, we must be patient. This is a lesson because patience जो है वो एक लेसन है कि हमें पेशेंस या सब्र का जो है उसको इख्तियार करना चाहिए, उसका शो करना चाहिए. वी मस्ट रिएक्ट व्हेन टीज्ड, कि हमें अगर कोई तंग करता है तो वी शुड रिएक्ट. नो, दिस इज नॉट अ लेसन. वी मस्ट नॉट बी नॉइजी एंड boisterous. This is not a lesson. We must always wear a Macintosh. No, we must be warm and friendly. Yes, we must be warm and friendly. We must not complain. Yes, अगर कुछ छोटा मोटा हमारे साथ बुरा हो जाता है या हमें कोई annoy या tease करता है तो we should not complain. We must be able to deal with the problems that beset us. Means the problems that attack us, we should be able to deal with them. This is also a lesson. So these are 4 lines that are showing the lesson that we get from this poem. Now on the next page, page number 7, here is a grid, and in the grid different tree names are hidden. You have to find them out and highlight them through any highlighter or lead pencil or color pencil, anything. I have given here the name of all the trees that are hidden in that grid, but you don't have to see them, but try to find them out on your own and then match your answers with these answers. The name of the trees are Gulmohar, Teak, Neem, Mango, Pine, Banyan and Casuarina. The last activity on page number 7 is antonyms. Antonyms are opposite words. You are asked to find out the antonym for the word great. As this poem is about the greatness of trees, so you are given this word great and you are asked to find the opposite word for great. The opposite word for great are unimpressive, unimportant, insignificant, worthless and valueless. These are all opposite word for great. Now our poem is completed and you have to learn this exercise, central idea, explanation and its words meaning also that are given in your Broadway book.